Computer Science 2, a class at my freaking awesome college that all you awesome people out there have to take. And as many of you students may know, finals are right around the corner. Yeah. Yippee. I don't want to do it. But this year in Computer Science 2, there's a twist. This guy right here, this professor, this awesome little dude for Computer Science 2, he is letting us make whatever we want for our final, as long as we show off a little cute little concepts in programming, you know? That's stuff that this whole class is for. But the thing that he doesn't know is that we may have been given 2 weeks to do this. I didn't do anything for the first week. So we're down to 1 week, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 1 week. And we're gonna make a game, a freaking game. And we're gonna make an awesome video of it that you're watching right now, hopefully, if I finished. That's what we're gonna do. Next thing.
And I'm helping with it.
So everyone, when you make a game in a really short period of time, it is known as a freaking game jam, man. We're jamming up games. As you can see here, these are different types of games that have been made in game jams that are really cool. And that's what we're gonna do, because we only have a week, and that's we have a week.
Anyways, let's get started in actually making the game. Step one, as always, is just going to be to open up Unity, and since this is a game jam, we're just going to be working in a 2D space since I do not want to 3D model characters in only a week, and we just don't have the time. And once we're inside our 2D workspace, we're just going to make a little character guy. This little ball fella will be our character for quite a while. But now we're given the question of, what is our little guy gonna run around and play on? The answer is a box. It's just a box, a little square. So now, after adding a few components to the objects and writing a very quick and not excruciatingly long movement script to make it perfect to the way that I like it, we're actually now able to run around and jump, and you know, I know this is gonna sound crazy, we can even dodge. We can dodge now. I made a little level for the guy using all the squares, and later on we'll be able to put some tiles on it later, pretty it all up, and now that we can run around and have fun on this level, we need some real gameplay.
What we're gonna do for the game is we're gonna have a mix of ranged combat and melee combat, kind of like everyone's favorite game, Fortnite. Right, guys? Right? I'm young. I like Fortnite, all right?
So I'm going to start off with making the player gun script. What it's going to do is handle not only the aiming, but the shooting for the player. So with the aiming, as you can see here, it takes the mouse position in the world, and it's able to use that to not only aim the gun, but also instantiate the bullet object, which I created, in order to make sure that the bullet is going in the correct direction where the player is aiming, and even flip the gun around depending on where the player is moving. So we want an inventory, melee fighting, and ranged combat. So since we checked off ranged combat, we're gonna move on to the inventory, which I've never done before. Little did I know that doing something completely brand new to me during a game jam that's worth a ton of my grade would be a terrible idea. I got started making some cool inventory boxes that definitely look nothing like any other game that you've ever played, along with a pretty cool hotbar. But what's the point of making all this cool UI stuff if there's nothing to go in it? So to do this, we're going to use an awesome thing called scriptable objects. This allows me to have an overarching class of items, but have many different properties for the items using everyone's favorite thing, enums, baby, yeah! Using these, we can make a list of attributes that each item has and specific clarifications within the enums, such as an item with the enum called item type with the classification of weapon. Using the action of items and their type, I'm able to determine what is able to be done with them in other scripts, such as making sure the player cannot shoot when he's holding a melee weapon.
Boring! Shut up, nerd!
And now that we've done that, we have a perfectly working inventory system. Or do we? Remember when I said I shouldn't try something brand new that I've never done before? Well, after about 4 hours of bug fixing and trying to punch VS Code through my monitor, we now have a working inventory that you can now select different items in your hotbar, move them around in your inventory, and using the cool items class, we can now choose whether or not an item is stackable and stack them if it's possible.
So now it's time to add the attacks in the game, baby. Yeah, we're fighting stuff. Let's go.
The first thing that I did for the enemy design was, of course, create your classic little crawler enemy that just runs back and forth across the floor, as you can see perfectly displayed here. The next enemy I made was a large golem that walks back and forth and throws projectiles. The final main enemy that I made was a little bat guy that flies around and dives down and attacks the player. Now it's time for an epic coding showcase. As you can see here, it's all the code for the different enemies, one script for each, and some of them use each other's scripts, like the patrol one over there. Very cool, very nice. The next thing that we of course need is to stop looking at this ugly ass game. So, we're gonna hop into A-Sprite and draw some cool background and stuff. We're gonna do that. Gonna make a couple sprites, and also we're gonna do a bit of thievery. Gonna head on over to a little place called itch.io where we're gonna get some nice assets and animations. They're all free. Don't worry, I'm not actually stealing. The next big thing that I wanted for the project was a final boss for the level that I made. So, I decided on like a little, or actually not little, large Reaper guy that throws out projectiles and also has melee attacks, and progressively gets harder as you deal more and more damage to the boss. The lower his health is, the more quickly his projectiles will fire, and the more of them there will be, and the boss himself also moves more quickly, making it advantageous for the player to try and take down the boss quickly once he gets him down to lower health. The next thing that I wanted to add was, of course, something big it's missing: particles.
You guys haven't heard about Unity's particle system? Well, let me tell you a little bit about it. So, I know this all off the top of my head. Unity features a robust particle system where you can simulate moving liquids, smoke, clouds, flames, magical spells, and a whole slew of other effects. That's it. That's like a particle that would happen, like a guy or something would go flying. It's really cool, and I used it. Check it out. It looks really pretty. B-roll, really pretty game.
So as you can see here, I implemented some rain or soot falling from the sky. You can see the player whenever he gets injured. Some blood particles fly out of him. Whenever an enemy dies, there's like a big black splotches that fly out of them. Bullets explode on impact, making a cool look. You can also slice the particles from the golem that throws the projectiles. You can break apart the projectiles from the boss to gain energy. The energy is used to shoot your weapon, and yeah, that's how the particles were implemented. The last thing for the game that I would really like to show you guys is just the main menu. I think it looks really great. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's just the simple play, options, and quit. But I think it looks pretty nice. Puts you into the game, or you can quit the game, but no one's going to do that because it's freaking awesome. But yeah, looks pretty cool. And now it is time for an awesome code showcase, everyone's favorite. I want to make sure I get a good grade, so here's all the code that I did. Yeah, all me. It's all very cool. Every single enemy has its own unique script. Yeah, the enums were used in the inventory. The inventory wasn't something I got to use a ton, sadly, due to time constraints. But I like how everything stacks and you can move it all around well. And yeah, that's all the code for everything. Very cool.
Boring! Shut up, nerd!
Now I would like to show you all how this whole project really came to be, because it really was a lot of time to put into it to get the full game, get the video and everything. So I took a few extra videos to kind of show what my life was kind of like while working on this project. Yeah, roll the clips.
Bro, are you gonna get anything or what?
Cody, shut up!
Bro, where did Luke go? Bro, what are you doing out there?
Trying to finish my project.
I'm running late to class. Luke, what are you doing, bro?
Shut up, I'm trying to work.
To pick up Luke. Oh my gosh, what is he doing? Luke, what are you doing?
I'm trying to work on my project.
Idiot. Luke, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out my inventory system.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my project, what I was able to put together in a short span. It was a real fun game jam that I got to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and roll some bloopers. We got some funny clips. Big thank you to Eli for helping me film everything and some good filming ideas. Thank you so much. Yeah, here's some bloopers. I hope you enjoy, and thank you all so much for watching.
Yes! Damn! Oh, God! Yeah, that looks perfect. The Lego building thing?
Oh yeah.
You guys saw those kids up there? Bro, there's so many children. Damn kids, man. Don't put that in. Those are examples of sound effects that I plan on adding once it drops.
That was not as funny as I thought it would be.
Come over here.
What? Ooh. I was recording it because I thought it would be funny. What does that mean?